Gracie, I just don't know. I'd like to tackle this drawer, but it is intimidating, and it's making me feel anxious. And I'm sort of tuckered out from decluttering already. Well, maybe I'll grab a sweet tea and take a break out on the front porch. Rest up and get some vitamin D. Yeah, we'll come back to this after we've had a break. Okay, Gracie? You give me a break? Okay. Yeah, let's take a break. You gotta give it back. You're not playing fair. Spooky. I gotta get it back on a stick, don't I? You gotta get it on a stick, huh? You don't play fair, Spooky. You're getting too big. Huh? Well, it'll get you. It'll get you. You know what? I have bought you all kinds of toys, and you're just as happy with a piece of rope and a stick. Your old piece of rope starting to shed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's on you. Oh. Well, at least we're getting some sunshine, because it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, isn't it, Spooky? 76 degrees on February the 3rd, 2025. Who would ever have believed it? I know I wouldn't have, but I'm sure it's happened before. Okay, you play with your rope. Okay, I'm going to get some rays, get some vitamin D, okay? Yeah, let's soak up some sunshine. Well, it's a bright blue sky. Not even a breeze. 76 degrees. Oh, did you see that birdie over there? That's a mockingbird over in Miss Davis's yard, running around. I know, Spooky. You like to play with the birdies, but you're just too rough. Okay? Where's your mama, Cleo? She's taking an afternoon nap. Maybe we should do that too. Who knows? You already tuckered out that fast? You know, only about 80 or 90 years old, aren't you? I don't know really how cat years work. I have to look back and see how long you've been with Papa. And it's been quite a few years now. Oh, Spooky. And I've loved every one of them. I hope you have too. You're just my big love buddy, aren't you? Always with Papa, if he's out. Sun feels good. Oh, but I'm thinking, even though we look like we're going to be in the mid to high 70s, possibly even the 80s for the next few days, I'm thinking winter's still out there. He's just hiding, waiting for us to let down our guard, start planting our gardens, getting our seeds ready to go. And if we dare put them in the ground, he'll come back with a vengeance and burn them all down. Yeah, just like last year. Oh, well, hello there, friends and family. So good to see you again. And as you can see, we're out on the front porch, soaking up some rays. And I hope wherever you are, in the USA or in our big wide world of ours, you're able to soak up some rays too and get that natural vitamin D. It's really, really so good for you. Way better than taking a supplement. And I often do. Thankfully we have Google. Yes, we do. Sometimes in our society now, I'm not sure if we could even get through a day without using Google, DuckDuckGo, or some other search engine or AI. We've gotten pretty accustomed to them, and it's changed us somewhat as a people and the way we live. Yeah, we've become pretty dependent on them. We don't even write anymore. I was thinking about that last night. Nope, we text. We peck at a keyboard, Or maybe some of us can. Or maybe some of us can type. I type a little bit, not too great. I've had a few fingers broken and crushed over the years. And I just don't do as well as I once did. Yeah, well, I can do maybe about 40 words a minute. Or an hour. More like it. So yeah, we're just out here enjoying the day. And I was taking a break from decluttering. I was doing a few minor declutterings today. And I don't know about you, but I still get anxious. I still get anxious. There's something, I guess, inbred in us boomers where we just can't hardly let go of something. If there's any possible use to it, anytime in the remainder of our lifetime, regardless of how long it's been since we used it, yep, the longer we think about it, the longer we look at it, the longer we're bound to leave it wherever it is. Yep, that's been my thoughts today as I've been clearing out more of the past to open up my life and move forward. Yep. But it also brings back when you're going through your things, like I'm doing right now in the kitchen, it brings up memories of things that you did in the past. You know, with your kids, your wife, your friends, your associates, and what have you. Our kitchen here, when the whole family was here, was rather an active place. I cooked, the wife cooked. The kids learned to cook by helping us and watching us. We involved the whole family. And I might say, 2 of my children, when they want to, and there's got to be a want to, are pretty decent cooks. I'll say that for them. But my son, he gets in these spells where he just loves to cook. Then he gets in spells where he becomes the processed food junkie that many think the younger generations have become. Now my daughter, she's more to cooking things each and every day. And she's really good at it too. She tries to stay as natural and organic and as fresh and all that stuff as she possibly can and afford. And my son, he's a little bit more wide open. He don't get into whether it's organic, inorganic. He just cooks what he wants to. And I guess in a lot of ways, I'm that way. Yep. I grow a lot here. I haven't grown much in the last couple of years because I've had other things going on. And I've been out here thinking about how much I'll grow this year. Because really, it's not a priority. Or it's not as high of a priority as other things. Like getting the whole entire place back to where I want it to be. Resetting it before I go forward. That's not only the house, but the property itself. I said in the last 2 years I'd get the property done. Well, because of things that cropped up, that just couldn't get finished and done. So I know I'm loading up this year pretty heavily. And of course, it all depends on my health. But before it gets warm all the time and warmer all the time, I gotta do as much as I can inside the house to where when I do have days, rainy days, what have you, there's always something to do in the house because I got room, which I haven't had for several years. So I'm looking forward to all of that. But back to the kitchen and the decluttering I was doing today. I have drawers. You have drawers, and I don't mean the drawers you wear, but the drawers you pull out, put stuff in. Like most kitchens have a silverware drawer. Yeah, I have one of them. And then they have a utensil drawer. I have one of those over by the stove. And over a long, long time, instead of having just what I needed or should have in close proximity to the stove in that drawer, which would make sense, Yeah, that drawer has got quite junked up to the point where I rarely open it until today. We opened it up, and even though we can verify everything in it, once upon a time had a use and a need, well, we're having to make some hard decisions, is all I can say, about what stays in the drawer and what we'll add to it. And then I have another drawer. I only got 3 drawers in my kitchen, but they're rather large. And it's a miscellaneous drawer. It's where you throw everything. Tape, screws, paper clips, Band-Aids, rubber bands, bread ties, oh, all kinds of little brackets. You know what I mean. My parents called it Moxnix drawer. I think that comes from Germany, Moxnix. Well, at least I think it does. I really never asked anybody to know what Moxnix meant. So if somebody here knows, let me know in the comments below the video. But that's what they called their miscellaneous drawer. And I think my grandparents did too, come to think of it. And like I say, it holds everything. Batteries that probably shouldn't be in there, just running around loose. You know, little 6-inch rulers, spare scissors, string, needles. Oh, well, if you'd like to, I can show you mine. And then you can tell me about yours in the comments below the video. But because this decluttering can be such an anxious thing, you know, makes people anxious, you know, people start to, you know, doubt that they can even do it and progress forward. I think it's best to start small and just start with one drawer. Let me know your thoughts and concentrate on one room. See, here of late, over the last week or two, I've sort of been doing the shotgun approach. Do a lot of clearing out in the living room, which is where I tended to stage everything and, you know, stack everything for the great sickness that we had. Then the dining room, which was rarely used because normally I eat at my desk. Yep, that got all cluttered up, clabbered up. And then, of course, the kitchen. And of course, I'd really like to get the kitchen fairly well cleaned out, because then I want to go through and clean it all up, make it all shiny again, and possibly give it a new coat of paint. My plan was to repaint, repaste the cabinets, replace the countertops, put in new flooring, you know, all that stuff. I'm not sure that'll ever all get done, but get it all cleaned and maybe repainted could get done. Here again, just have to wait and see. So anyway, that's what I was doing yesterday, and that's what I'm doing today. In the kitchen, clearing out the stuff I always thought I needed, and maybe sometimes I did, and sometimes I didn't, to get back to just what I use now, with just me. So I just thought I'd grab the camera while I was on a break and see how all of you were doing, and hoping you would stop by. And as usual, some of you did, and I'm ever so glad you came by. But let me know how you're doing with your decluttering. We're now on this, you know, first part of the second month, and the opportunity to get it done, for we're all going to want to be out here sitting and doing things outdoors. Not sitting, but, you know, doing things outdoors, is rapidly approaching us, faster than we know. So hey, I got to get back in it and make some hard decisions about what I'm going to leave in the drawer and what I'm going to put back in it to make it the optimum drawer beside my stove. So whenever I need something, it's right there. So until the kitty crew, you know them all: Cleo, Spooky, little princess of the house, Gracie, oh, Dusty, and Fluffy Muffin, sometimes Heathcliff, and maybe we'll show you the Possum Posse again, if you like. See y'all on that next episode of Mr. Tom's Neighborhood. Y'all take care. Stay safe out there. Stay warm if you're in the cold. And may God bless you all as you bless those in your lives. Goodbye for now. I'd like to sit here a little bit more. Now the breeze starts. They said it feels like 82. 76 real, 82 feels like. Yeah, well that's totally opposite from where it's been. Yeah. Princess of the house wants me in. What are you two doing? Is that you, Gracie? Gracie, is that you? I believe it is. Well, I better get on in, hadn't I? Spooky, was you playing with Gracie through the screen? Oh, yes, you was. Later, all. Come on, let's go in, Spooky.